Spring is in the air. Good morning. Thank you for visiting the garden. Today is Saturday, March 6th. You know what that means. A little weed-free review in you. Let's take a quick look at what we've done in the garden over this last week, and then we're going to see what you've done at your house. In the newest part of the garden, we planted some potatoes. We've got a few more to go in this week. As we're cleaning out the flower beds, we're taking the loose leaves and just dumping it in this area. I'm sure we'll have another cold snap, and this way we're just kind of preparing. We had a little frost this morning, but everything came through just fine. The arugula ran its course. We went ahead and took out the rest of it, but we got this really nice rosette lettuce that was underneath it, and the kale is growing just fine. And the straw bales are doing what they're supposed to. They're breaking down. It's not going to be too long. We'll go ahead and spread these straw bales out. The beauty of this, if any of these seeds that are in here germinate, you just take the bale. Look how beautiful that is underneath there. And you flip it over, and they'll continue to break down, and you eliminated any growth. Just that simple. Anybody ever say you can't have enough beets? Man, nothing like being able to eat fresh greens right out of the garden. Still getting really good greens out of the square cold frame. Expect some of those beet bulbs to start growing here directly. The early spinach is doing really well. Everything we planted under the mini greenhouse, still doing great. You can see the line of lettuce that germinated during the polar vortex. We haven't seen the onions come up yet. The broccoli, the cauliflower, the cabbage, the lettuce that we just planted the other day. Love a splash of green in the brand new garden. Okay, now the main stalk of the Swiss chard froze pretty good during that polar vortex. But coming up around its base, that is amazing. About a year ago, you saw me plant this kale, and it's still producing. It's a testament to the deep mulch. That's a quick swing around the garden this morning. You come out with a cup of coffee and you sit real quiet. You can see nature. Valerie woke up to a majestic hawk and a little bit of rain in her garden. Now I have to apologize. Last week I called Iggy's mom Valerie, and it's actually Gina. Both are great contributors, and I really apologize. Iggy, can you forgive me? Looks like Willow's wanting Larry to get busy and get planting. Larry was good enough to send me a picture of what I can expect off my blueberry plants. Michelle, we look forward to seeing your entire garden full of these cone flowers. Bear, your starts after 1 week look terrific. Art, those sweet potato slips are thriving. The big boy slips that we took off that we're going to follow this year are rooting very nicely. We started that fun project before the polar vortex. I brought this on inside. I got one bean that's growing like mad. One bean that came up, 3 that didn't germinate. Don't know if that was a temperature change, going from outside to inside. It's just the beginning of March in northeastern Oklahoma. We are expecting some more colder weather before the actual last frost date. We are going to get some more cold weather hardy crops in the ground. We're going to start some of the seeds for the warmer weather stuff in the greenhouse here directly. I still have edges to tend around the deep mulch garden. We'll show you that in another video. We had the potatoes from last year that are sprouting we still have to plant. We've got quite a bit of work to do, but that's gardening. And as always, I invite you to send in what's going on at your house. I guarantee you other gardeners would love to see what you're doing. Please go ahead and email me at waylandsmalley5@gmail.com. If you want to be part of this community, I guarantee you everybody else that gets dirt on their hands would love to see what you're doing in your garden. This isn't a competition. Unless we're going to the county fair, of course. But we want each other to succeed. Nothing better than eating fresh vegetables straight out of the garden. Has anybody ever said you can't have enough beets? I look forward to seeing what's coming up in your garden this year. And until next time, thank you for stopping by. Take care of your family, take care of yourself, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.